All right, so today we're going to do something a little different. We are going to dissect a really strange piece of digital media. At first glance, it kind of looks like a normal video, but trust me, it's not. It's really a puzzle designed by a machine, and we're going to solve it together.
So check this out. Our mystery begins with scenes that feel, well, pretty normal. Here we've got what sounds like a teacher getting serious with a student. Okay, pretty dramatic, right? It sets a scene. You feel like you've got a handle on it. And then,
bam, the scene just cuts. No warning. All of a sudden, we're at a market. Somebody's buying a papaya. There is zero connection to that classroom, no transition. Just this really jarring jump into a totally different world. Weird, right?
And right when your brain is trying to connect the teacher to the papaya, nope, forget it. We're somewhere else entirely. Now it's a frantic parent. A kid is hurt. It's super emotional. It's urgent. And it has absolutely nothing to do with anything we've seen so far.
so what's the thread here? A strict teacher, a fruit stand, a worried parent? What is the connection? Well, here's the crazy part. There isn't one. Nothing. And that's not a mistake. That's the whole point.
So let's make sure we're looking at this the right way. This isn't a story that failed. This is a puzzle that was built perfectly. This thing is a digital mystery, and our mission is to figure out exactly what it was designed to do.
So forget trying to find a plot. That's a dead end. We need to be detectives here. Think of this whole thing as a collage. The meaning isn't in some straight line from A to B. It's in why these specific random pieces were chosen in the first place. It's time to find the clues hiding in the chaos.
All right, detective hats on. What's our first move? We're looking for patterns. We're going to sift through all this randomness and find the common threads, the clues that are hidden right in plain sight.
Okay, clue number one. It hits you right away. Emotion. But not subtle, complicated emotion. Oh no. We're talking big, simple, gut punch feelings. Every single one of these little scenes is meant to grab you with a really basic feeling, like fear, or relief, or comfort.
And how do they do that? It's all about keywords. Little emotional bombs like help, tumble, or final warning. You don't need any backstory to feel a jolt from those words. They're just shortcuts, straight to a feeling.
All right, on to clue number two, the setting. Just like the emotions are really simple, the places are incredibly generic. You are not going to find any elaborate, detailed worlds here. Not at all.
I mean, just look at this list. A doctor's office, a classroom, a farm. You know exactly what those are instantly. They're like universal icons, right? Everybody on the planet recognizes these scenarios, no explanation needed.
And the last big clue is the dialogue itself. Nobody's delivering a big, thoughtful speech here. In fact, it's barely even a conversation. It's been completely stripped down to its most basic functional parts.
It's all just transactions. Here you go. Thank you. I'm sorry. It's like watching robots exchange basic data. There's no personality, no character development, just function.
So let's put all the clues together. What do you get when you mix these high-drama keywords, these super generic settings, and this really robotic dialogue, but you leave out the story completely? Well, you get something that wasn't made for you or me. And that, right there, is the answer to the whole puzzle. This isn't a script for a person, it's a script for a machine. This is content that was made from the ground up for an algorithm.
So what even is algorithmic content? Well, think of it like it's been reverse engineered. Instead of starting with a cool story, it starts by asking, what does the platform's algorithm want to see? And the whole goal is just to tick as many of those boxes as possible. Hit the popular keywords, trigger those basic emotions, so the algorithm will show it to more people.
And you can almost picture the assembly line, can't you? Step 1, find out what keywords are trending. Help, kitten, doctor. Step 2, churn out a bunch of tiny, separate scenes for each one. Step 3, just slap them all together, doesn't matter what order. And Step 4, hit publish and let the algorithm do the rest.
Okay, so puzzle solved, case closed, right? Well, not quite, because figuring out what this stuff is leads to a much bigger question. Why does it matter? And it really, really does.
This chart just breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you have what we think of as a story. It's got a plot, characters you care about, all that good stuff. But on the other side, it's a completely different rulebook. It's not about the plot, it's about how many keywords you can stuff in. It's not about character, it's about triggering an emotion to get a click.
And if you want to see what the priorities are, just look at this.
Telling a coherent story, yeah, that is way, way down at the bottom. But maximizing keyword engagement and, of course, making ad money, whoa, that's through the roof. The narrative is just the wrapping paper for the keywords.
And here's the thing that's so important to get. This weird little transcript we've been picking apart, it is not some strange one-off video. It's a tiny little window into a massive and mostly automated media world that's just constantly churning this stuff out. Which leaves us with one last and kind of unsettling question. We know this content works for the machines. It feeds them exactly what they're programmed to look for. But what does it do to the rest of us, the humans who end up watching hours of this? What happens to our stories when they're not even being made for us anymore?